And the handheld, just the handheld, just the handheld, just to have, which one?
There's a mic there already.
Oh, yeah. So. I just wish this was Sabbath like this, you know. They're all here for Sabbath like this. Like, food is...
Oh, you're online. Good evening, and welcome to the second in our series this year for the Vegetarian Way. We are going through some nice, exciting recipes. Who's looking forward to the recipes tonight, yeah? The demonstrations? Who enjoyed last week? Did you try anything out there, yeah? Oh, that's great. Okay, well, tonight we're going to try out some more. Well, you get a taste of ones that we're going to try out tonight. So before we do, let's just have a prayer and just bow our heads. Dear Father in heaven, we thank you so much for the privilege to be here tonight. We thank you for taking care of us all and bringing us all here. We pray now that you'll bless this meeting, the presentations. May everything go well, Father, and we thank you for all this information. May we use it to your honour, to your glory. May it give us better health and happier lives. We pray in Jesus' name. Amen. Well, anyone here first time tonight? Oh, you are? Oh, welcome. Okay. As everyone else knows, what we normally do, we go for about an hour and a half. You're here for the first time too? Great, welcome. So what's your name? Tom and Tracy. Welcome, Tom and Tracy. Tonight, what we, we'll have to get name tags for everybody, so you all know each other, yeah? Tonight, what we normally do is for an hour and a half, will be presentations. Now, first up, we're going to kick off with a health talk, just a short little health talk. After that, we then go through the demonstrations, and after each demonstration or during, you'll get to sample a little taste of what is demonstrated. And so you can sort of gauge whether you're going to go home and make this or not, whether it's worthwhile doing it. So that's kind of why we do that. So that's the procedure tonight. And we also have a downstairs at the back of the building here. Most everyone else knows. Downstairs there's a little health food shop down there and bookstore that we have here at the church, and feel free to browse in there, because some of the items, like those not everyday items, you might find them down there. And also, being a cooking demonstration night, we have a special on everything down there, which is how much? 10% off. That's it, 10% off on the cooking demo night. So there you go. Well, let's go into our presentation for tonight. Now, I'm going to carry on with an aspect I touched on last week. We're going to move on to the next aspect, which is exercise. So what we want to look at is benefits for our health, how to kickstart our health again. Exercise is a big part of that kickstart process. Exercise is a capital letter E, and if we don't take any time for exercise, exercise will soon or later we'll have to make time for illness. If there's no time for exercise, you're going to make time. You're going to be ending up in bed sick. So we want to ensure that we're getting enough exercise. Now, some of the things tonight, I know I tasted something before, someone just gave me a sample, one of the cooks out the back gave me a sample of something, and I realised, wow, if I eat this, I'm going to definitely have to exercise, because I'll be in trouble otherwise. But that's so let's have a look at some benefits of exercise. Firstly, understanding the benefits is what we're going to look at, some physical benefits. We're going to look at some physical benefits, some mental health benefits, lifestyle benefits, and long-term benefits. Okay, so just looking firstly at the physical benefits for exercise. What is exercise? Well, exercise, it's not something that you do unconsciously. Exercise, when we're talking about it here, is any planned, structured physical activity performed to improve or maintain physical or overall health. Okay, so we want to look at why exercise is essential in our everyday life. It's going to be a big part in our immune system. It's going to help to strengthen our cardiovascular system, our respiratory system, our muscular system for better body function. It has mental and emotional benefits, supporting our mental well-being and emotional health, and it reduces risks of depression and anxiety. It also helps us, with simple exercises like walking and stretching, provide meaningful health benefits when done consistently. You might think, it's only walking, it's not very strenuous, yet if you do it consistently, it has a long-term benefit. Okay, so don't be discouraged if you can't get out there and do some strenuous high-intensity workouts. At least getting out there and walking is going to have a long-term benefit on your system and on your overall health. So, as I mentioned also, it's going to prevent disease and encourage longevity of the system. So these are the things that we want to look at. So firstly, the improved heart health. Okay, so exercise strengthens the heart, it improves the blood circulation, and it helps to regulate blood pressure, reducing heart disease and risk. Okay, so this is something that you can do without paying anything for, except some time. It's going to cost you nothing except some time, and it's going to have an overall benefit that's going to save you, save you money in the long run, and maybe some hospital bills, doctor's bills, whatever that might be. But it's very simple. So these things also contribute to our muscle strength and endurance. Physical activity challenges our muscles to grow stronger, improving our muscular strength and endurance for the daily tasks. And also, exercise, as we all know, it's very good for weight management. It burns our calories and balances energy, supporting healthy body weight and reducing excess fat. Now, it's interesting that not just exercise alone, you've got to also watch the calorie intake, but probably more importantly, I think the portions of the calories that we're taking in, and what type of calories. Well, are they carbohydrates? Are they starches, or is it complex carbohydrates? There is a difference, and also the size of the meals that we're eating. That also has a factor in and I found that just by reducing the size and just exercising 20 minutes a day, going for a walk, it enabled me over a period of about 7-8 months to lose about I lost about 12 kilograms over that about 9-month period, just by simply reducing the portion size and going for exercise. Oh, one more thing I did was that fast twice a week. And when I say fast, it was just reducing the calorie intake from 2,000 down to a quarter, which is about 500 calories a day. And you just do that twice a week, and every other day you eat normally, but a small portion size. So that's about, and the exercise will help then burn those calories, okay? Exercise also strengthens bones and gives us flexibility, particularly weight-bearing exercises. You know, when you carry maybe weights with you, it increases the bone density and improves flexibility, balance, and coordination to prevent injuries. So if you've got concerns about maybe osteoporosis in the long run, exercise in the early years will help prevent that. Why? Because exercise increases the bone density, and osteoporosis is actually a leaching of the calcium from the bones, resulting in more brittle bone structure, and you end up with easy breakages. But if you exercise consistently in your early years, middle years, you will increase the bone density and help reduce the incidence of osteoporosis. That's just one aspect of it. Okay, so mental health benefits now. Firstly, stress reduction. So beyond the improvements of just the powerful effects that exercise can have on the physical, it also has powerful effects on the mental and emotional. Now, one of the most immediate effects it can have is stress reduction. If you're stressful, nothing like going out for a run, is there? Going for a run, going for a walk in nature, whatever it might be, that certainly reduces the stress. And because it not only does it lower the level of stress, but it promotes the release of endorphins, which brings that happy and relaxed feeling to us. Okay, so that's what that's why it's important to exercise. So if maybe you. And it's difficult to do because particularly if someone's in a depressed state, depression, they're not motivated to do anything because they're so down, and yet doing something is what's going to bring them up to be able to function. And so it's just that encouragement. Look, you feel like you just don't want to get out of bed or what have you, but by getting out of bed, you actually are improving your state of mental well-being and happiness. So that's what it's about. So it's a wonderful benefit towards our mental health in that regard. Now, anxiety and depression relief, as I mentioned, symptoms of anxiety and depression are reduced and with exercise, and also our self-confidence. Achieving fitness goals through exercise boosts self-esteem and feelings of strength and capability. It's a bit like making your bed in the morning. You get out of bed, and at least if you make your bed in the morning, you've accomplished one task for the day, right? And that gives you, I did that. It gives you confidence to go on with the next one. Okay, so it's a bit like exercise is a bit the same way. Yes, I've gone out there, I've done the exercise, my 20-minute workout, whatever that might be, whether it's walking, cycling, whatever it is. I was doing 7 minutes, the high intensity workout, 7 minutes workout per day. That's 30 seconds of high intensity and then a 10-second break. Another 30 seconds and another 10-second break, and you're doing step-ups or push-ups or sit-ups or whatever it is you're doing. And just for 7 minutes, I thought, I can handle that. But boy, is it tough getting going. Yes. But when you do it and you accomplish it, you have such a wonderful feeling of, wow, I've done it for the day, and that helps you set your goals for the day, and you've accomplished that, and now you can face the day and accomplish what's next on your agenda. So it has this, not only the physical is benefited from it, but the whole mental outlook is benefited from it as well. So it's really good in that sense. And also improved cognitive function. Exercise increases the blood flow and oxygen, enhancing our memory, concentration, and learning. So if you want to, exams coming up, go out and do some exercise, and you come home, you're all rejuvenated in your mind, and now you can take in those lectures or the notes, whatever it is, which is what I used to do when I was going to uni. I failed at difficult studying during the semester, so I'd swap the books, 2 or 3 nights before the exam, trying to see if I could cram it all in, and I passed. I passed, and my wife later on, she said, I can't believe how you did that. End up with a 5, 1 to 7, you end up with a credit. And I thought, well, how'd you do that? I don't know, I just wrote down the reference, Remembered it from the night before. They like references in exams, you give the reference. Oh, this guy knows his stuff.
Well, I just haven't remembered it from the night before. So. But the exercise promotes that memory retention, the oxygen there to the brain, and rejuvenating our whole well-being. So it's really good for that regard. And if we are doing this consistently, there's some long-term benefits, and that's chronic disease prevention. So these are essential for maintaining health and independence over your lifespan. We've got various age groups in our population here this evening, from some in our teens, 20s, 30s, 40s, even to some in our 90s. I know there's in our audience here tonight. So who's in their 90s? Hand up if you're in your 90s. Who's 90 years old or older? Alfredo Sass? Well, he is. I know he is. He's hearing though. He hasn't got his hearing aid in, right? Okay, okay, but just put your hand up, and is 90 and 94 and 94. Yeah, both these gentlemen are 94 years old. There you go. So they're still here with us. How about that? All right. Anyone in their 80s? Hand up if you're in your 80s. There we have another one in the 80s, 70s. All right, 60s. All right, 50s. That's me. All right. 40s, 30s, all right, 20s. 20s? Any 20s? Yes, we've got some 20s. Any teens here tonight? No? All right. Okay. Well, we've got a good cross-section, so we all can benefit from some of this, all right? But if you want to get to the 94, okay, you need to, or thereabouts, this is going to help you, all right? Chronic disease prevention. Regular exercise reduces risks of diabetes, heart disease, hypertension, and some cancers. All right, so if you have any challenges with these things and any health challenges in these areas, exercise is going to be beneficial for you. Okay, so the metabolic health regulation as well. Exercise helps regulate blood sugar, cholesterol, and body weight for metabolic health. And it's interesting because I know, I was reading into this, when you do the high intensity workouts, which I mentioned, so that's 7 minutes, sort of 30 seconds, high intensity, 10-second break, you do that, and you burn as much, your metabolism is so boosted it burns as much energy as if you were walked for about 2 hours. It keeps on burning for 5 hours onwards, just doing that 7-minute workout. So that's pretty significant. So it's just your metabolic health is boosted from this, the exercise programs we undertake. So let's encourage each other to do regular exercise and reap the benefits. It's also our lifespan and independence is also enhanced by exercise. It supports our longer lifespan and maintains mobility and independence with age. And as I've mentioned already, also some mental health benefits. It lowers the risk of cognitive decline and dementia, supporting mental well-being. So this is just some benefits here for exercise that we can make a note of. And if you make that a part of your daily program, even if it's 20 minutes, but going for that regular walk, for those in the probably 90s, 80s, 70s, 60s even, or a bike ride, swimming is fantastic. And if you can't get that time, and if you're in the younger, maybe in the 20s and 30s, try the high intensity workouts as well. I mean, I'm in my 50s and I was doing the high intensity workouts. It's great, I just need this discipline to keep them up, because you have an app on your phone that tries to encourage you to do that. You just got to keep it up. But if you do these things, we're going to reap the benefits. That's the big E. Exercise is part of our overall health and well-being. So I'll leave it there tonight on that subject. Any questions? If not, as I mentioned, we're going to go into our presentation. Just give me 1 minute. I just want to check. And we've got on the program next to do the first of our recipes tonight, creamy artichoke soup. But before she does, Deborah has her nightly or cooking demonstration night prize giveaways. So thanks, Deborah.
Okay. Behind the table. Okay. I need that. I just have to set up my number generator. So I have quite a few today, so they can take their time. I just had it. Random number generator. Okay. Let's see, maybe. Okay, so I have 38 of you here tonight.
So we're going to generate a random number, and whichever number comes up, you get the prize.
Okay, so
Might be something healthy.
I think I have enough for everybody to get something tonight if nobody else walks in the door. Okay, so the first thing, I think what I'll do is I'll take the bigger thing out first. So I don't know if you've seen this. It's nice for the winter. It's an all-in-one brown rice coffee. You just empty the sachet and pour boiling water over it. So let's see who we get. Okay. Gina. Next one is...
Okay, so the brown rice coffee, that is
coffee substitute.
like a cereal coffee, like it's caffeine-free. So that's what it is. So if you've got it's just with caffeine. It's caffeine-free and it's a nice substitute.
Okay, gluten-free fruit-filled bars. They actually taste nice. So we'll see who gets the next one. Is John Krause. Once I do these few, Sweet Dreams. These are things we're trying to sell at the store, so that's why I'm bringing them out. Number 10, Linda.
Okay, this is caffeine-free tea bags. That's what they are.
Help you sleep better at night.
Tea at night to go for on a nice.
Okay, now I'm just going to walk around and you can tell me what you'd like. So what I have, and when they're gone, I'm sorry, but I have a vegan carob bear, and I have a mint carob bear, which is not vegan, and I have a fruit strip. So whatever you like with what's left, just let me know.
Okay, so which one's the green one? This is
Mint, dairy-free. Is there anybody first that's dairy-free? Vegan? Yeah, you'll take the vegan one, okay. And then you'll take the vegan one, okay. So that's easy. There's only 2, sorry. Okay. The fruit bar is vegan, so we'll just start coming around with those and you can let me know what you want. Do you want to take half and I'll take half? Okay, we'll just come around now.
So these are all sample products from the store downstairs. So if you like these, just a little treat. Maybe you have some children at home, grandchildren, what have you. This is a nice little treat to give them when they come over.
Is that spare?
Yes. Okay, thank you. So now we've got Vivian's to present, and I think she's just about ready.
Okay, now we're on. Hi guys. Some new faces here. I wasn't here last week, so sorry I missed some of you, but my name is Vivian. I'm going to kick us off tonight with an artichoke soup. It's more like artichoke and potato, but artichoke's like the exciting ingredient in this one. I love artichoke. I don't know if you guys do, if you're used to using artichoke, but yeah, this is an artichoke heart soup. So, what we're going to start with, you can see your ingredients list. This is such an easy soup, honestly. We've got our little burner here. Let's just check that we don't kill anybody. Is the gas on? I don't feel safe touching gas. We'll let the man deal with it. Now I can hear gas, that sounds better.
Let's try that.
There we go. Yay, we're alive. Okay, we'll start that on a low heat. I've got some good quality olive oil here. I'm just going to pop that in there. It's around the table. I'm terrible with following recipes, so take it with a grain of salt, what I've written on here. It's soup though, you just put it in and blend it up and it should be good. So that's about a tablespoon of olive oil, maybe 2, don't know. We'll just get that in there, warming up. And then the other ingredients in this are an onion, some garlic. See, on my recipe I put 2 potatoes, but to be honest with you, there's 3.5 in there, but they were small, so yeah. And same as the onion. I put 1 onion, but that is actually 2 smaller onions, so just, eyeball it. I got some rosemary. You can use fresh or dried. This was fresh. I picked it from my garden yesterday, so fresh-ish. And then we've got some artichoke hearts. These are just marinated artichoke hearts. This is the Aldi one. I've done it with the Coles one. You can do it with frozen ones, with just tinned ones, whatever you find. Fresh if you want, but it's a bit of a hassle to get the hearts out of the artichoke. Okay, so we're just going to get that. That looks like it's warming up. We'll start with the onion. That was just diced very roughly. Again, we're blending this soup at the end, so you don't have to be super pedantic about how you've chopped it. This is apparently an Italian recipe for a soup, which, that tracks. They like their artichokes. My in-laws' family is Italian, so I love Italian food. So we're going to get these going for a minute or so. I like to, you can put the garlic in together with the onion, but I kind of like to give the onions a bit of a head start because they're a bit chunkier than your garlic. So I give them a bit of a chance to get aromatic and start to smell really nice, and then we'll put the garlic in a second. Oh, here's your serviettes, and then you'll get a sample in a minute. Lovely. Actually, do you mind? I've just had these sitting in water. Can you drain the water off and then bring them back? Thank you. All right. That, what did I put? 3 cloves? That was actually 3 cloves of garlic. feel like with baking, you've got to be extra careful with your measurements and all that, that you've got to be precise. But with cooking, it's just whatever you feel like, I think. But yeah, my husband gets upset because I can never replicate a recipe because I never follow a recipe. All right, can you all smell that? I don't know, garlic and onion frying is like such a good smell, I think. Ah, lovely, there's your sample of it. Little display. You could garnish it, I've garnished it with extra rosemary, but you could garnish it with parsley, with some basil, put a drizzle of olive oil on there, with some nice crusty bread, garlic bread, Parmesan garlic bread if you eat Parmesan. That's how I had it at home and it was very yummy. Okay, so we've got our onion and garlic in here. The onion is starting to get a bit translucent, so that's looking good. We'll chuck our potatoes, just cubed roughly. Just stir them in the pot. It's a nice heavy bottom pot, so things are not sticking much, which is great to cook on. I do, I don't peel anything, sorry. Like I said, we're blending it, you're not going to see the skin anyway. I make mashed potato with skins on. It's good for you, it's extra nutrients. I only peel it if I'm trying to be fancy, otherwise the skin just stays on. You could add other veggies to this as well. You could add leeks to it, that would also go well. Other sort of root vegetables if you wanted to, parsnip perhaps. If you started adding carrots or something, you'll obviously change the colour, but I'm sure it would still taste good. It's just a nice hearty, wintry, creamy soup. Actually, speaking of creamy, you could add cream or milk to this, but this version is vegan and I've kept any plant-based milks out of it as well because it kind of ends up pretty creamy anyway because of the potato. But yeah, you could add cream to it if you wanted to. Anyway, while I'm stirring that, anyone have any other questions in the meantime? Hello.
When you show that camera there,
Oh,
whenever, just from time to time.
no, that's fine. We can do it. Oh, maybe not right now.
Yeah, just show that.
Is that working? Is that working for everyone? Can we all see? That's what fried onion and potato looks like. Yep, okay. Wonderful, wonderful. So, just in the interest of time, I would probably leave this a little bit longer just to get those potatoes going a little bit more, but oh, some of these aren't separated much, so we'll just get in there. All right, we're going to add just a whole jar of these artichokes. We've drained them. There's still a bit of oil in there. That's fine. Extra flavour. Delicious. Very good. I love a stuffed artichoke. Has anyone ever eaten a stuffed artichoke? Oh, so good. You stuff them with yes?
Did you say you drained them or you did?
We did drain them, yeah, we did. So they come in an marinated oil thing, but we've drained them. There was some oil left on the bottom, but that's fine. Just extra cooking flavours. Yeah, stuffed artichoke with some breadcrumbs, some lemon zest, Parmesan, if you don't mind not having vegan, otherwise make it vegan. Oh, it's so good. And then I should demonstrate it once, it's really good. You get your artichoke, you slice the top off, get all the spiny bits off, and then you stuff between the leaves your little filling, and then stick it in the oven on a bit of water on the bottom of your pan, but have them all sitting up and cover them, and then you bake them for about 40 minutes. At the end, you have them covered in foil, and then take your foil off for the last 5 or 10 minutes just to crisp up the top, and then you peel the leaves off and scrape off the filling and the tiny bit of meat you have on the leaf. Oh, it's so yummy, delicious. And apparently, there's a region. Is it Rome? I think in Rome they've got the Jewish quarter, And apparently a dish they're known for there is a deep fried artichoke, and I want to go just to try that. It's like a whole artichoke, and it's battered and deep fried, and you just do the same thing where you peel the leaves off and like eat them, scrape the batter. Oh, it just looks amazing. All right, so we've got that going. We'll chuck in, making sure I'm not forgetting anything, our rosemary. If you're not a fan of rosemary, I know it's quite a strong flavour, feel free to replace it with a different herb. Like I said, you could put parsley, you could put basil or oregano, or omit it altogether if you feel like there's enough flavour just from the onion and the garlic and the artichoke hearts, whatever they're marinated in. And then this is a stock powder. It's a chicken flavoured stock, but it's fully vegetarian. That's what we've used on the soups that you've got there. But yeah, you can use a veggie stock. When I made this at home, I just used water with stock cubes, did the same thing. This is 4 cups, so I'm just going to cover my veggies with it and assume it's about 2 cups. All right. So depending on how watery you want the soup, just add more or less stock, really. This will be enough to cook the potatoes in. What I've got in here, now, can you see? Do you want to see what I've got? Ugh. Well, it's kind of hard to see when it's tilted, but anyway. Can you all see that? Yeah. Anyway, it's looking at it flat, it sort of just covers the veggies. Yeah, so that'll be enough to cook the potatoes. Once it simmers for about 20 minutes or so, and then blend it up. I've used a stick blender, but you can pop it all into a Vitamixy like bench blender thing, or don't blend it at all if you want it chunky. Yeah, and then if you want it more runny or not, add more stock, more water. I may have oversalted your samples. I'm so sorry if you thought they were too salty. So I've got salt here, but again, taste as you go. So I'm not going to add salt to this one, just in case, because I haven't taste tested it. But have salt on the side and yeah, just have a little sample as you go and decide if it needs salt. But yeah, that's kind of it. So, I mean, I'm sure you've all used a stick blender before, so I'm not going to sit here for 20 minutes stirring and then blending it for you, but yeah, that's basically the gist of the soup. Was it okay? No, I think this would give you about 6. Oh, sorry. Question was, how many servings of soup would this get you? I reckon it would be about 6. Depends how big the bowl's though. Okay, maybe 3. But yeah, I made this portion roughly for my husband and I, and we ate it for 2 days, lunch and dinner. So we probably had about 6 to 8 portions, but I have smaller portions, he has bigger ones, so yeah, I don't know, 4 to 6, let's say. 4 to 6 servings you get out of this. But yeah, any other questions while I'm here? If not, I will head back and Mum will do the next recipe. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
We'll be back.
How'd that taste? Good? He's going to demonstrate. He's going to do that one this week. He's going to take that one home and try out, yeah? That's nice for winter, isn't it? Okay, thank you. So, next on our program, we have the mushroom and tofu pie. Let me just see if they're ready.
We are live. Okay, today we're making a mushroom and tofu pie. It's quite hearty, well, it's tasty too. I like it. I like it a lot. I just used firm tofu, just the Aldi brand firm tofu, and I've grated it up just on the large grater. Just grate it up. So what we're going to do first, we have onion and garlic. We do have a sample without onion and garlic. So we'll start off just with a bit of olive oil just to coat the bottom of the pan. We're going to saute the onions. It's just one onion. I know it's not on yet. Yes, please. Thank you. Not too hard. Okay, so we just do the onion. Needs to start to soften a bit. And then once it starts to soften, we can have a bit more than that. Which way are we going? Okay. We have garlic, which we'll add to that a little bit later. Whew, that's strong, garlic. So it's fairly simple, like there's not a lot of ingredients. It's mainly just the mushroom and tofu. So I've just got about 600 grams of mushroom, which I've just sliced up, grated the tofu, diced the onion and crushed the garlic. And then it's just like making a little bit of a thickener. You can probably put gravy, if you like, in gravy mix instead of just the flour mix that I'm making, but then that'll change the colour, obviously. Now this is going to permeate through everything. You're going to love, everyone's going to smell of onions. It's a good smell. Whenever you're hungry, you smell that, oh yeah, you know dinner's coming. Okay. It's all right, we'll do that later. Okay, it's just starting to brown a little bit. I'll add the garlic. Then salt. And that one. Okay, so once this starts to caramelise a little bit, it doesn't need much because it's still got to bake in the oven, I will add the mushrooms. Make sure you have a deep enough fry pan, okay, because mushrooms, they do sweat down, which is good, but to start off with, it fills up the pan. And of course, once you put the mushrooms in, the oil's going to disappear because the mushrooms will soak it all up. Tofu. So it's fairly quick, you don't have to wait a long time. The mushrooms just need to sweat and just start to reduce, get a little bit soft. To help it along, I'll put, that's good, isn't it? Salt. and mushroom seasoning. You remember the mushroom seasoning that we use that you have downstairs? About 2 teaspoons of that as well. And that adds to the mushroom flavour, makes it nice and tasty. So, yeah, as soon as this is done, yeah. So while this is sweating a bit and reducing, in a little dish, in a little bowl, I've got 1 heaped tablespoon of flour, half a teaspoon of nutmeg, and half a cup of soy milk. And just whisk it all together. And then we're just going to add that in, and that'll make it thick and creamy. That's that. Okay, so the mushrooms have started to wilt and reduce. Perfect. Yeah, you can bring out and also the puff pastry, and I need a knife to open it, the unopened one. Is it all in the fridge? It's all in the fridge, yeah. Okay, so we're just going to pour this mixture on. And that is virtually your filling for your pie. Just needs to thicken a little bit. It just makes it a bit creamy. Of course, you can add other flavourings if you like. If you like some herbs, if you want to add some parsley, something else. But it will change the taste a bit, but depending on what you like. So that's it. Like, it's pretty soft and mushy now. The mushrooms have all wilted. Oops, sorry, flicking things everywhere. Okay, that's off. That's it. I have. Thank you. Yeah. The sauce, that's the sauce. Haha, that's hot. Okay. All right, I've just lined a baking dish with some puff pastry. Okay, it's a bit of a patchwork, depending on the size of your dish, but that's fine. It'll all bake up, no problem. And then it's just a matter of putting this. Do you want to get me a hot plate? So I can. Okay, this out of the way. And I'll need a sheet or two just to do the cover for this. Thank you. A glove, that's better. Aha. So be careful next time. It's hot. And then you can have fun experimenting and decorating the top of the pie, however you like. Flatten it out a bit so it's all nice and even. Okay. Then we can make a base, make a top rather. Okay. Sorry, I was just measuring to see how much I need. So the top you don't need to do it doesn't need to join the ends because you've got a bit extra on the side. Okay. And this bit can go on this end. Of course, you do how you like. Then I just crimp in the sides. I have oiled the pan a bit as well, the dish, just so it makes it easier to come out when it's done. So I just fold back the edges. And then you can have fun doing what you want. I like just doing a lattice on the top, just cutting out strips of the pastry, and you can do whatever you want. You can make a flower even. One thing about pastry, it's pretty forgiving. I just roll it and roll it and roll it and roll it. Once it bakes up, it's gonna, oops, nearly lost it. Okay, that's the pie. So you put it in the oven for about 25 minutes at least on 180 till it's nice and crispy and brown on the top, and then you can enjoy. It's good for a couple of days. I haven't tried freezing it, but you could probably freeze it at this stage, I'm thinking. Once it cools down, you'd freeze it like this if you wanted to make it ahead of time, and then you can take it out of the freezer and then put it in the oven, and then you can bake it if you want to do it ahead of time. Otherwise, you eat it nice and fresh and crispy and hot and yummy. That's that. Okay, I'll go put that in the oven.
Thank you. So now the samples, yeah?
Samples are together with the next one.
With the next one. Okay, all right. I'm sorry, you're going to have to wait for that. I know your mouth was watering. Okay, we'll see. All right. So that looks interesting, doesn't it? This looks very nice here too, that soup there. So now we have, coming up, is the next on the menu is zucchini scapacia? Scapacia, is that right? Okay, all right, so we're gonna demonstrate that, and I'll just see if the cooks are ready. Just hang on a minute. Just leave it on. So Vivian is going to be demonstrating this, and the zucchini one. She's just getting something out of the oven there, so she'll be right with us. So is any questions you have so far? Anything, any thoughts, questions? Well, that's coming. And, well, no. Unfortunately, as you know, we normally have 3 of these demonstrations in the series each season. So in this autumn season, we have for this year, though, we only have 2. This is this last one tonight, so we won't be any next week. But next one will be in the spring. In October, we'll have another 3 Monday nights running, okay? So, yeah, just things that couldn't work out because there's some things happening next week. We just couldn't get enough of the team together to make it happen for next week. Apologise for that, but we hope you'll go out with a bang tonight, okay? So, all right. Okay, so all good? All right, thanks. Vivian, with our zucchini, how do you pronounce that?
Am I on? Yep. I'm not Italian, but I think it's carpaccio.
There we go.
I'm trying to learn Italian. Like I said, my in-laws are all Italian, so I'm on like a, 1,400-day streak on Duolingo. Don't ask me to say anything though. I'm trying. But I did look up what it means. So I know a scarpa is a shoe, and scarpetta in Italian is the act of using a bit of bread to mop up what's on your plate. They call that a scarpetta. I was like, this must be something similar because it's a similar sounding word. Anyway, it means old shoe. Scarpaccio means an old shoe because this dish, you'll see it when we bring it out, it doesn't sound great, but apparently it's a Tuscan peasant-y food. Like you'll see, it's so easy, but you bake it as like a really thin, I don't know how to explain it. It's a really thin, crusty thing, yeah. So I guess it's a little bit chewy, like, I don't know, old rubber, like a shoe, I don't know. But that's what it means. Okay, so this is a zucchini scarpaccio, which is a traditional way of doing it, but you can use other vegetables as well. I saw people commenting on like recipes that they've done it with potato, with capsicum, with leeks. So you can change it up, add some things to it. You could also make it gluten-free by replacing the flour with like a lentil flour perhaps, so that would make it gluten-free because the other ingredient is polenta, which is corn-based. So yeah, what I have done here, this is zucchinis that have been sliced. We used a mandolin slicer just to make life easier, but you could always just do it by hand, so I know roughly that thick. Oh, sorry. Can you see that? And onion, same thing, we did it on the mandolin slicer. We do have an onion-free version. And I have salted these about an hour ago, mixed them up and left them here to drain. So you can see there's liquid on the bottom there. What I'm going to do now is get my hands in there and squeeze out even more liquid. So I'll just give it a bit of a stir. And you just grab a handful and you can see how much liquid comes out of it still. So the salt just sort of sweats it. Squeeze as much liquid as we can out of what's left in here. Good question. Estimated maybe 2 teaspoons, yeah? Not much. It's kind of the salt in the dish. I didn't add salt on the recipe, which I apologise, so just so that you know, you do salt this beforehand. And when you make your batter, up to you if you want to add more salt or just sprinkle it with salt at the end.
So where does the salt go in the process?
To wilt down the zucchini and the
Okay, but
onion.
where would you, which part would you put it in? What paragraph? Point 1, 2, 3?
Point 1. At
One.
the very
Point one.
beginning.
Very beginning.
Very beginning. It does say in the method, just not in the ingredients.
Okay, salt generously, right,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, but no green. So how much salt did you say, do you think?
It was probably about 2 teaspoons.
2 teaspoons.
Yeah.
Okay, I just want to make a note of that. Anyone watching at home? 2 teaspoons.
Roughly.
There's a roughly.
Teaspoon, 2
Yeah.
teaspoons. Depends how salty you want it. I mean, a teaspoon would probably get you like enough of this water drawn out. All right, that'll do. We'll stop massaging it there. Okay, now let me just make some room here because what I'm going to do is just shake that. I'll just put it down there, it's fine. It'll just wet the tray a bit. Okay, we're going to use this water though, so don't chuck it. So in here, we're going to add our zucchini, cup of flour. This is just plain flour. Straight in. Oops. And cup of polenta. Polenta is really yum. Has anyone made polenta chips? Oh, it's so good. So what you do, but it's barely a recipe. You get your polenta and you cook it on the stove with water until it's cooked. And then while it's still hot and kind of a little bit runny, it's sort of like a thick runniness, you spread it out onto a flat tray, similar to what we're going to do now, but minus the zucchini, and just bake it in the oven. And when it comes out nice and crispy, you just slice it up. And actually, no, apologies. You put it, once it's cooked on the stove, you put it in the fridge on a flat tray. So flatten it out in the fridge until it's cool. Then you slice it up, and then you bake it in the oven, and you end up with like strips of polenta chips. It's really yummy. You can add things to it to make it taste good. Okay, so this is not runny enough. With the sample ones, one of them had so much liquid just from the zucchini, I didn't add water at all. So just be aware, just keep an eye on the consistency. This is obviously going to be too thick, so I'm just going to eyeball it. This is just plain water. You just add some in there until you get thick batter. I'll leave that tray in a second if you've got, oh, wonderful. No dramas. All right, I'll add a bit more. Got stuck in my whisk, let me just get that out. Want it a little bit runnier than that, I think. Add a teeny bit more water. You can test for saltiness by trying a zucchini. You can eat zucchini raw, and that's kind of like cured, I guess, but you could test for saltiness at this point just by eating a piece of zucchini or onion. It's also edible raw. Okay, perfect. So let me just get the lumps out of that, and then I'll show you what we're working with. Is there a camera above me? No, there isn't. Okay, sorry. Can you all kind of see what that's like? Sort of a thick batter. Yeah? And then we're going to add our zucchini and onion back. Oh yeah, that's Mum's pie. That's a finished one. Very pretty. She's done a crisscross pattern on that one. Okay, now we're going to get dirty hands. What did you do with my... Wonderful. I'll need that again because I'm going to get my hands dirty. Actually, before I get my hands dirty in this, I'm going to get my hands dirty on this. So, just a little tray, flat-ish tray lined with some baking paper. I'm going to get some olive oil, a bit of onion there, and just put a little bit on the base. I'm just going to get my hands and spread it out. Just cover the base of your paper there. I don't need that anymore, no. And I'll need oil. Yep, that's it. Okay, that's oil. And then I'm going to get my raw polenta and just sprinkle a thin layer on the base on top of that oil. Okay, just a nice thin layer of that on the base, and then I'm going to get my hands into this and mix it up. That pie is probably still hot, so just watch it when you get in there. Yep. Just making sure that batter is evenly distributed with the veg. Okay. And then you're just going to take handfuls and pop it on your tray and press it down till it's a thin, even layer across the base of it. Doesn't have to be too perfect. Like we said, it's called an old shoe, so it's okay if it's a bit rough. But just as evenly as possible so that it bakes well and you don't have extra cooked bits and extra raw bits. Okay, that's all of it. Just evenly across the base. Try to patch up any holes in there so that it's just all covered. Okay, sorry to this tea towel. It's quite pretty actually. All right, and then a little bit of that olive oil on top as well. Just a nice little drizzle. Good, and then a little bit more polenta over the top. Just a really thin little sprinkle, it just adds to the crunch once it's baked. And that goes into an oven, about 180 degrees for 45 to an hour, depending on how crispy you like it. Yeah, any questions? Any comments? Any criticisms? Sorry? In the fridge? No, in the oven. In the oven, yep. 180 degrees for, I mean, I like it crispy, so I'd do an hour, but if you don't like it as crispy, then check it after 45 and see how it looks. But yeah, that's that one. Enjoy.
Thank you very much.
There's polentos from the shop downstairs too, just FYI.
There we go.
Little plug.
10% off tonight only. Okay, so there you have it. Zucchini, what was it? Scapaccia, here we are. Scapaccia, which means, what was it, old shoe, is that right? How about that? Zucchini, what's zucchini good for? Soup. Good for soup. Do you know, maybe just a few health benefits of zucchini. Firstly, it's 94% water. That means it's going to promote fullness. It's full of fibre, water and fibre, so when you eat it, it will promote a feeling of fullness. And it's going to be a good substitute for low carb, low calorie, for pasta or heavy starches. Also, it's loaded with carotenoids. And what are carotenoids good for? Eyes, yeah, your eyes. So the like lutein, can I pronounce this here? Zeaxanthin and beta carotene, and these are things that accumulate in the retina and lower the risk of age-related eye diseases like cataracts and macular degeneration. So there you go. For your eyes, zucchini is good. Also, it has soluble and insoluble fibre, and that both helps prevent constipation and supports a healthy gut microbiome, and it keeps your bowel movements regular. Okay, it's also for heart health. It's full of potassium, as I've already mentioned, the carotenoids and the soluble fibres. These all work together to help lower the blood pressure and reduce your cholesterol and support healthy circulation. So all those things working together there. And also, because it's low in carbohydrates and high in fibre, if you are managing type 2 diabetes, this is a good choice because it's low in that carbohydrates but high in the fibre. And it makes you feel full. Yep. So there you go. There's just a few of the health benefits of zucchini. How are we going? Good. And so Amy is next, yes? Lydia. Okay. All right, just give me a nod when you're ready. All right, she's ready. So there we have it. Some health benefits of zucchini. So it's not just is it good for soup, it's also good for your health. Thank you.
Hi everyone. Am I on? Am I on, Joe? Hello, hello, I am on. How are you all? That's awesome. Now, I did say last week I was going to ask who tried any of the recipes. Anybody?
Hello, Grandma.
Thank you. I'm going to have my little grandson here today. His name's Zachy, and he's going to help me with the demonstration. Now, who does not like a yummy scroll with a cup of coffee in winter time? I'm glad you all like it, because we are going to make a blueberry and lime scroll. We'll put that there, Zachy. And what we're going to do first is we're going to prepare the dough. Now this dough has yeast, so it does have to proof. And it does take a few hours to make it, but it's well worth the trouble. So do it on the weekend when you're relaxing, because you can do things in between. So when we make the dough, then we'll put it away to proof, and we leave it about an hour and a half, and then we go back to it, and then we roll it into a little ball, and then we leave it to proof again for about 20 minutes, and then we can roll it out and put whatever filling you want. Today, we're going to use a product called the Bio cream cheese. Here it is. And you can purchase this from Coles and Woolies, okay? This is a vegan sour cream cheese. Take on the vegan product. And we're going to use this with blueberries and lime. The limes were really good because they were picked from our tree and they were very juicy, so we had lots of fun. But let's start because we want to get going. Okay, Zachy, I'm going to measure 500 millilitres of soy milk. I should turn it that way so you can see the soy milk. Don't put your head in it. 500. Tell me when it's 500.
500
No.
all the way up. 500.
500?
Yep, there.
Okay, now you could put that slowly into that big bowl for me, please. Just be very careful. Put it in towards the middle. That's the way, thank you. And into that, so that it helps with the rising of the yeast, I'm going to use 20 grams of sugar. You don't need to use 20 grams of sugar, but I'm using 20 grams of sugar because we want to make a sweet. But this pastry can be used for savoury as well. So if you're doing it for savoury, put only 10 grams of sugar. So we'll put the sugar in. We'll also put 10 grams of yeast, dry yeast. Now, Amy, if you'd like to get me the packet of yeast, and I'll show, yes, put that in, that's correct. Our dry yeast, and 5 grams of salt. Okay, we're going to put the 5 grams of salt. Yes. That's right, and then we're going to give it a whisk. So would you like to whisk that for Grandma, please? Now because, I'll just give it a really fast one. Yeah? Okay, here, you'll go. Because I'm doing a sweet, I like lime rind because it just gives it that lift in the pastry. You don't have to put the lime rind in, but we will for today. But that's the yeast that I am using, okay? Just you buy that from Coles or anywhere you can. Are we seeing it? Thank you. Okay, I'll leave that there. Thank you, Zachy. We'll mix that up. Now what I have, after we whisk it together, I'm going to put 650 grams of plain flour, okay? Now we don't need this anymore, we need a spoon. Yeah, but slowly. Yeah, can we do it slowly? Yes, please. Okay. And the beauty of this is that we just mix that up. With a spoon, we don't have to knead it. Okay, it'll do the work itself. So the yeast will work, and the longer you leave it, the softer it gets. But I think depends on the weather. If it's summertime, 1 hour. If it's winter, like today, it's a bit cold and rainy, or it's not going too well, unless you sit it near an oven or a stove or something, or your house has got an open fire or something, that place where it's warm. So we just mix that up. Yeah, okay, here we go. And then we will cover it with some cling wrap, and we will leave it so it gets nice. It starts to work. The yeast will be working. How's it feeling? Is it feeling good?
Very hard.
It's feeling hard. Can Grandma do a little bit for you? Okay, you've done a great job. And this is how it's going to look. Yeah. And we don't have to knead it. In the olden days, I used to hate making bread because my mum used to knead it for like 15 minutes, and and I used to help her, and we'd be kneading it, and I'm like, can I stop, Mum? No, we've got to get that gluten worked into that flour. And I thought I'll never make bread because I just hated the kneading process. But what we're going to do, this is it. Just mix it all up as such. And then we just put a Glad wrap over the top, or cling wrap, as Glad's a name, a brand. So let me clean that up like this. I don't want to get my fingers dirty, Zachy. Yeah? How's that? Okay. All right. Oh, that'll do. Okay, so we've got that ready. And that will sit for an hour and a half, until it gets almost double the amount of the dough. But because you haven't got an hour and a half to sit here and wait for this, I've already done one. So we're going to swap. But that dough makes 3 lots. I've already taken 1 out of here, a third of here, and I've put it to... I'll explain to you what I did later on when I have to work with that. So I've got here, that's like 2/3 of the dough that I had before, okay? So this is the fun part. Zachy, I'm going to put some olive oil on your hand. Just put it right in that board and rub your hands together. That's it, and spread that over the board.
Both
Good
of them?
job. That one's good.
Now both of them?
Later on, we'll do that one later on. Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Okay, now what we're going to do, Zachy, I've got here 50 grams of 50 ml of olive oil. I'm going to put it in here, and then you're going to mix that up into the dough. Yay, look at that. Mix it all up nicely. And what I can do is I can tip that upside down there so we don't waste any oil. It'll just drain onto the board because we'll be using that board. Oh, look at him go. It's lots of fun. Yeah? Do you want to put it on that board and mix it on the board? Can you eat the leftovers? I don't think so. I think we'll just keep working it. Can Grandma help you? Like this, like that. Yeah? Yeah, until it's slippery, a little slippery thing, isn't it? So we just get that oil into the pastry, into the dough. Okay, let Grandma have a little go. You have a rest while Grandma does a little bit so that it's okay. It's almost done because we want to have it nice and oily. Okay, now what I'm going to do is we're going to divide this in half, Zachy. Do you think you can divide that in half? Where do you think we'll cut it? Show me where you think it should be half.
There?
Maybe
Here.
about there. Yep. Yep, that's it. And what I would have been doing is divide it into 3. okay, from that batch. But I've already used a third from here. Okay, so what we're going to do is, Zachy, you can work on one and Grandma will work on one and we'll do it together. Let me put this over here. Okay, that can go there too. We're going to make a ball, so you just pull it, look, from one end to the other like this and squash it down. Like that, okay, like that. Yeah, good job, you're doing great there. Okay, beautiful. You've done great, Zachy. And what we're going to do, we're going to leave this right here and we're going to cover it up so that it proofs for another 20 minutes. Okay? So, and we'll cover it up because otherwise it'll get a... And what you do is you, like this, you push it underneath with your hands and make a nice smooth ball on top.
Let Grandma fix it.
Okay, that's really good,
Go wash
darling.
your hands. Go wash
Very
your
good, okay. All right, now that will sit for 20 minutes or half an hour. If you forget about it, half an hour. It doesn't, you know, with dough, it doesn't matter if you forget about it for 10 minutes or it's not something that you've got to be precise. Just put it over there, Amy, because we won't, yeah. Now, I said to you earlier on that I put a third and I worked it and this is how big it grew. Okay, that's the little ball that was proofing. So, okay, I'm going to leave that there for a minute. And I'm going to prepare the, except I should go wash my hands too. Have we got any paper towels? No?
You go, that's fine.
Okay, Amy will set this up for me. Have you got a mic that you can speak to? I'll be back in a minute.
Or just smile.
Okay, so what are we setting up here now? We're setting...
We're setting up for the filling now.
Okay, the filling, which is
The
One-
cream cheese.
okay, which is the bio creamy spread, lime juice, raw sugar, and lime zest. Very good. Oh, and you got some blueberry jam there too.
We do have some blueberry
Hey,
jam.
that's available in the store too.
Yes.
Guess what? 10% off.
And that's
tonight.
sugarless jam. Sugarless jam, all right?
Yeah, sugarless.
Yep. So we're just going to use the whole tub of this. This will do you 3 scrolls. 3 of those. So I'm only going to use a third in that one there. Yes, you just whisk that up. And we've got 2 tablespoons of lime juice. Whoops. Whoopsie. And rind, 1 tablespoon of rind. And 2 tablespoons of brown sugar. So we just mix that together. It doesn't have to be rocket science. It doesn't have to be really smooth. You don't have to do it for a long time. Just so it mixes up. Okay? So that would be about ready. Now we need a spoon for this one, Zachy. Please, Mummy's onto it. Thank you, Mummy. Yeah. Now just leave it in there for a minute. So there are two things that we're going to put through this. Now, Grandma will do this one.
You're going to move over.
Okay, just move over for a little bit.
You might have to come here so they can see the camera.
Yep.
Yeah, front of the table.
Yep.
There we go.
Okay. So just flatten it a little bit like this.
Can I roll it? Can I roll it?
Yes, you can. And go that way and this way. That's it, all the way to the end. Do you want Grandma to do it now? It's coming good. Whoopa. Okay, let's Grandma just do this because we want to finish this tonight. So, okay, excuse me. Good job. Okay, So it doesn't matter if it's an ugly shape because we're going to roll it. So don't worry about the shape. Yep, yeah, the same. I just thought tofuti is very hard to get, and at the moment you can't get it. So this is the next best thing. It's very similar to tofuti, and it is available at the moment in Coles and Woolworths. So it's something that you can get your hands on. Okay. I haven't used that for a while, so I don't know. So tofuti sour cream is thicker than it used to be. Okay, okay. Yeah, I usually make my own sour cream, so I don't use much the bought tofuti. So, but tofuti is a good brand, and it does taste nice. So you can use, if you can get tofuti sour cream cheese, better than cream cheese, yes, go for it. Yep. All right, Zaki, we're going to put only 1/3 of this. So, got to divide, that means you've got to divide by 3. So we put one section like that. Yeah? Okay. Let me put it on and then you can spread it. How's that? How's that? Now you spread it all over nicely. That's the way. It has to go all the way. Okay, all the way. Like this. And it doesn't matter if it's not spread 100%. There will be some special coffee that will be coming up for you to have with your... And we do sell that at our shop downstairs at the Elim store. It's a rice coffee. So if you want to try it, you'll be served that very soon. Okay, now, Zaki, we've got to use 1/3 of this. So look, if you divide this by 3, you only put 1/3. Look, on the side, like this. 1, 2, 3, okay, like this. I'll put it on and then you can spread it, eh? That's about right. So you just spread that along as much as you can.
Keep your spoon.
Might as well help Zaki. We've got to get it all over Zaki, so we've got to go on that side, and this side. That's it. Show me your spoon. Clean the spoon up. You don't waste any of it. There you go. Thank you. And now we roll it. Now it's a very soft dough, so we just roll it. You can't just go like that. You've got to sort of gently roll it. You lift it up a little bit and just drop it down. That's how you do it. Okay, lift it up and drop it down. Yeah, good job. Okay. Okay, stop there. And at the end, you bring the end one over. Yeah?
It's like a big pancake.
It's like a big sausage. Okay, now what we're going to do, we're going to oil our tray, and I will use a little bit of olive oil.
No, I'll do it.
Okay.
So what's getting served now is the rice coffee. It's caffeine free.
It's
And what it is,
caffeine-free.
the satchel in the box has everything in it. So all you do is add a hot water, and that's what it is.
Okay, you go wash your hands, yep. And then we cut it up into whatever size you want to cut. I'm doing it about, I don't know, the old measure about 1 inch and a bit. So what's that, 2.5 centimetres? And then you place it down like that into your tray, okay? So you place it down.
Just before you go, Lydia, on, the coffee is, someone's asked a question, it's a soy for the creamer, and it's stevia for the sweetener. Okay.
I've got it up. Yep. And then what we do is we glad wrap that, okay, and let it sit for another 15, 20 minutes, half an hour, whatever time you think you might do it, and then bake it in the oven, depending on your oven, 190 or 200 for about half an hour. So just keep an eye out when it's ready. So that's the blueberry and lime scroll. What's it like? Is it okay? Yeah? That's good. It's nice to just have it with a cup of tea or a cup of coffee in winter. It's good. Now you can freeze it once it's baked. You can actually freeze it, or you can bake it like halfway, and then you can actually freeze it and then just take it out when you want to. Just put. I always like, when I use foil, I always like to use some baking paper so that it doesn't, that aluminium doesn't go through the food. So I just put the, wrap it up with some baking paper and then foil and in the oven, and then it's really nice and fresh again. So, yeah, so there you go. That's our presentation for tonight. Thank you so much for coming. Feel welcome to come over and have a look at the ingredients and different things that you want to know about. Yes, sorry.
Because it was being served, we all missed, you rolled it, what then? Did you cut it up?
Yes, I cut it up into about that size bites and then turned it over so it looks
Show the camera.
Looks like this. Okay? Can you see it?
Yep.
It'll be here. You can come and have a look as you walk out.
Do you think that would work with gluten-free flour or white rice?
I haven't done a gluten-free one actually. I'll have to try. Try it, yeah. Are you allowed to have yeast?
Allowed to, but it doesn't sit well.
Yeah, I was going to say. What about if you put... Yeah. But if you're allowed to use yeast, I think give it a go. You probably will work. And
Bicarb soda?
sometimes, you can use bicarb soda, but it doesn't give you the same, instead of yeast. But I think if you would use the gluten-free flour, you probably have to leave it a little bit longer to proof. I don't know. I'll have to try it. Thank you. I will. Yes. It doesn't sort of gel as well. Yeah. But anyway, I am going to try it, and I'll let you know next. When do we have the next one? October. You'll have to wait a long time.
A long time.
Look,
Sorry.
if you can let Deborah know your name and email address, I can always send you an email and let you know. Okay?
Or if you trial it, let us know.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Very
That's
good.
Thank you.
Thank you. Any other questions? No? Okay, thank you very much. Big thank you for all the team here, the helpers, the servers, and the staff out the back.
Just wait.
Thank you very much. Sorry.
Very hot, Zach.
Thank you, everybody. Lydia, Rosetta, Amy,
Vivian
and Vivian as the demonstrators for tonight. And we have...
and Zaki.
and Zaki too. Yes, of course. Zaki's learning. We're getting him trained up. Yeah? Okay, Zaki. And, of course, with Levi. And we've got Zephaniah, Deborah, and myself, Paul. And so...
Owen.
Owen's right there washing the dishes. And Stella as well out there helping in the back as well. We saw Stella last week. Okay, she demonstrated last week.
And we're
So
going
thank
to see
you.
Levi next time in October.
Oh, Levi's getting ready for October, yep. All right. So thank you. Thank you, everybody. Now we have, as I mentioned already in the beginning, the store is open tonight, 10% off. If any, do you want to take, who enjoyed that? Yeah, that coffee, yeah? It's caffeine free. Caffeine, look, I won't give a talk right now, but maybe in October I'll share a few things about caffeine, and I know we all like the cup of coffee to give us the boost in the morning, but we'll got to be careful with all that. Okay, so we'll learn about that next session that we have next season. In the meantime, there is an offering box out there. As you can imagine, all of this does take not just the time, but also the ingredients. And so anything you like to give, feel free to donate towards anything here that will help us with covering the expenses for what we share with you tonight. So that's a box out there. Thank you. And also some couple of leaflets there on the table on some of the benefits one's on the exercise and other health things that we can do. So feel free, you can take those as well as you go out. So with this now, we shall just bow our heads in a prayer and thank the Lord and give us all the safe travelling mercies on the way home. Dear Father in heaven, we thank you so much for your love and mercy and for the presentations this evening. Thank you for the information you've given to us, the knowledge, and not only that we can prepare food that is good for us, but also tastes good as well. And it's going to make us healthier and happier and God willing, a longer and more fruitful life. So we thank you for all of this. Take care of us now as we all travel home. Keep us safe until we meet again. We pray this in Jesus' name. Amen. Thanks everybody for coming. Take care, safe travels, and we'll see you. And we know we've got most of your names. If you haven't put your name down or would like to be contacted for the next one, just let Deborah know. So see you all next October. Thank you.